his work on Gorpurnima Day. Several of them returned a few days later to complain about his use of the title Prabhupada. Prabhupada asked his disciples to leave the room. When they were alone, one of the sannyas godbrothers began challenging Prabhupada in Bengali. "Why are you using Prabhupada? You have no right. This is our Prabhupada's title. You cannot take it." "I did not take it," Prabhupada replied. "They're calling me Prabhupada. What can I do?" The sannyasi godbrother then began to criticize Prabhupada for not joining their preaching and for awarding the sacred thread and sannyas order to Westerners. Mainly the godbrothers wanted an explanation for his use of the title Prabhupada. "Brahmananda Maharaj," Prabhupada called, "bring me a copy of my letterhead." When Brahmananda Swami returned with the stationery, Prabhupada showed it to his godbrothers. The letterhead read, "Tridandi Goswami A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, no Prabhupada." This proved that he himself did not use the title. This simple demonstration pacified his godbrothers, and he then Prabhupada talked with his disciples about envy. A devotee could judge his own advancement by how free he was from envy, he said. In the spiritual world, envy was conspicuous by its absence. Although all the liberated associates of Krishna were trying their best to serve Krishna in a kind of competition, everyone was pleased with one another. If Radharani or a favorite gopi pleased Krishna, the other gopis did not think ill of her, but thought, "Oh, how nicely she has served Krishna. Let me try to offer some nice service to Krishna." Others couldn't sincerely praise his work. Anyway, this was such a subject. It's still kind of a subject to some degree, but really much less. But, yeah, they couldn't deal with it. Now I don't think there's really any disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta living. So, obviously there are disciples of disciples, but still it's not quite the same. It's not the same. So, I had nothing to do with them. I mean, almost nothing. But one time I was in Puri in 79. Lived out some distance. And so there's a kind of a sandhill, but it's... So we were going there and attending some of their programs, Mangalarti. And we met one of Prabhupada's godbrothers, a brahmachari named Shamsundar, put it that way. But after, a few days of meeting him and spending just some minutes with him, and he explained different things about how center worked, then suddenly he started complaining about Prabhupada. When he went to America, I loaned him some money, but he never repaid it. It was strange. So then we realized that, under the apparently nice there was some problem, shall we say. Yes. Okay. If Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, why not accept his work and be happy that the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was being spread effectively? They should see it as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's work, the work of their own spiritual master. It was also their work, their responsibility, and they should recognize that through Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, admit that for hundreds of Westerners whom he had saved from hell, he was Prabhupada.